It's been quite a while since the last time I made my last video, it seems. 3 weeks? How much is that? Basically a month? The reason is, making videos is pretty hard. Like scripting, this is like the reason I quit writing fan fiction. Those type of videos are pretty hard. And I'm trying to, I have very ambitious ideas. It's kind of like when they were making the Avatar movie and they had to create technology that wasn't invented yet. I'm not doing anything to that degree, but today I have an interesting video idea. A pretty interesting opening for a video that's easy to make. Because these type of videos that I'm making just like with my camera and just, off script are easy to make. I can make them like 2 days, to be honest. I'm kind of doing this video not only for the views, not only for the invisible internet points. I am also doing it because it could be worth a grade. So basically, take a looky right here. I have web design and animate class. We have a project for Photoshop research/tutorial. We're supposed to just like research a tool in Photoshop and then like write it down in steps. Like look at this, how to cut an image in Photoshop. Like, I could have written this in like 2 steps. I mean, why do you have to have so much to cut an image? This is kind of my bread and butter. And I actually made videos exactly on this topic. So I said, Mr. So-and-so, I have actually made Photoshop tutorials in the past for my YouTube channel. Can I include one of them? And he said, really? Send me one of them, I can raid your Photoshop project. I'm looking at this like, that does sound good. But the thing is, in my past Photoshop tutorials, I haven't done it like in the way that this tutorial is, because it's just asking me how to use a specific tool, and it's asking for the specific steps to use that tool. In the past, I kind of just like made the thing I wanted to make and kind of, hinted at what I was doing along the way, but I never really like dove deep into it. So today I am diving deep into it. I'm diving deep into one of the most underrated tools, in my opinion. What is that tool, you might ask? That is the Distort tool. Also for today, I'm also going to have like a little me and like explain how to do it in Photoshop as well, because brokies like us, we have to use Pixlr. So anyways, in Photoshop, their Distort tool is like way more advanced. You see, they have a whole bunch of like little nodes right here that you can bend every part. For Pixlr, they only have like 4 nodes. Let me show you this. You go to Edit, you go to Free Distort. This is the extent that you can do. But basically what Distort essentially is, how you can, bend it in a fixed mode, you can transform it in free mode. Guess what? You don't have to do that anymore. Gone are the days of just these 2 simple tasks. You can go to Distort tool, you can bend it, like this is not even a banana anymore. I'm gonna make like a mango out of it at this point. So, edit, distort, and then boom. You can bend it into whatever you want. Don't worry about it showing the white background. That's just a glitch that Pixlr does on its part. It's probably not the same in Photoshop, I would imagine. Yeah, let's bend it into, what is this? This kind of looks like a pineapple right now. Very useful. Now, here's a little trick that I can show you that you can use with the Distort tool that I don't see much people using. You can use the Distort tool for making shadows. And you're like, what? Why can't I just do drop shadow? And I mean, I guess you can. You can go into filter, you go to drop shadow, and just do like kind of the shadow effect. But the thing is, the shadow isn't realistic. And I'll tell you why the shadow isn't, really realistic for what I'm trying to do here. The drop shadow is meant for like words, fonts, and not like general realistic objects. You see, we have the rock sitting in here in this room, and he doesn't have a shadow right here. The shadow wouldn't be behind him on the wall. It would be kind of like this way. So what you want to do is, you want to get your rock, of course. You want to copy and paste the rock. And then afterwards, you want to go to levels. And with levels, you want to turn it all the way down to dark. You want, all the way black. Now you have a shadow rock, and you have the regular rock, the shadow clone jutsu. Turn them this way. And then after that, this is where the Distort tool comes in. You want to put this layer under this layer, because the shadow won't be on top of the actual thing. You go to Distort, and you'll bend it in the way a shadow would have been in. You can edit the perspective. This is already pretty good. And boom, after that you have like a little shadow right there. After you get your shadow done, you can also tweak it even further, because even now it kind of, looks a little funky, I'm not gonna lie. So you can go here, you can do Gaussian blur. What Gaussian blur does is it essentially makes it a little bit more blurry, like an actual shadow that you can just edit that to your heart's content right there. And then you can edit the transparency as well. And then boom, you actually have a real shadow right there. I mean, if I looked at this, I would believe this is a real photo. This is actually The Rock sitting here with a shadow. I mean, it's uncanny how realistic this is. So now you know how to use the Distort tool to edit stuff and transform stuff better than just the fixed and free tool.